following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by ETSU Health. ETSU Health has added several new primary care physicians in the past few months, and this morning we want to get to know 3 of these new doctors, and we want to welcome Doctors Alora Ricker, Stephen Sauer, and Joshua Starkey to Daytime. Good morning. How are y'all?
Good morning.
Good.
Doing well.
Ladies first. Let's talk about what you do on a daily basis and where you do it at.
Yeah.
Where are you located?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us
Absolutely.
this morning. So I am outpatient internal medicine at the Johnson City ETSU Clinic.
Okay.
Kind of a little bit about what I do. So I see patients ages 18 and up, and we do a little bit of everything from health maintenance, routine screenings, to really just any sort of general conditions.
True family medicine.
Yep, so diabetes, blood pressure, really whatever you can think of, and it's really about sitting down with patients, seeing what their goals and concerns are, and kind of going from there.
And Dr. Sauer, tell us about your practice.
Yes, I will essentially echo the same that she does with treating adults.
Right.
And I'll have a little bit more involvement in the hospital coming up. We'll have a little bit of time there. I get to do some time in the hospital taking care of patients, but it's primary care, it's adults. I think internal medicine is uniquely set up to take care of adults with kind of long-standing chronic diseases.
And Dr. Starkey, tell us about what you do on a daily basis.
Yeah, so I'm a general pediatrician. I do have a focus in adolescent medicine for ETSU Peds. I work primarily at the Johnson City Clinic, so a couple floors down from these two. But I also do 1 day a week in the Elizabethton Pediatrics Clinic. Primary care type stuff, we'll see acute visits, but our main focus is making sure that kids are getting their well child checks,
Yes.
getting their vaccinations on time, those types of preventative medicine type things.
So vitally important.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about what drew you to your field. What drew you to your field?
So I love internal medicine because, number one, I get to interact with patients all the time. So that's especially why I love outpatient primary care, is you get to form those long-term relationships and follow people over time, which is so important to me. And then just the variety in internal medicine. Every day is a little bit different, always seeing new things and constantly learning and teaching and things like that. So that's why I love it so much.
Is that the same for you, Dr. Sauer?
Yeah, so having that patient interaction where you sit down and you say, hey Chris, how you doing today?
Yeah.
That kind of
Those conversations.
Yeah, that's really nice to have, to be able to know that person that's coming in. It's almost like you're saying hello to a friend, and a lot of times you get to share good things, and but also be there for them to support them through the hard times as well.
Some younger conversations
Yeah,
for you.
absolutely. I think the best part of our job in pediatrics is we get to watch these kids grow from the time they're born.
Right.
We take care of a lot of kids in the newborn nursery that come over to see us in the clinic, and we get to watch them grow and play a role in them turning into the adults that are going to go on to do so many great things, and to play a small role in that is something that's amazing for us to do there.
And I know, I'm going to put you on the spot here just a little bit, okay? We're getting to know you all, and I love the fact that, you've got patients out there right now that are listening. Let's tell something about each of you. Want somebody to know about you.
I think the biggest thing I would want them to know about me is that my approach to patient care is that we are a team. So my biggest job is to listen, to hear your story, your goals, your concerns, and go from there and kind of form an individual plan based off of that. Since everyone's a little bit different, I just want them to feel heard.
What do you want folks to know about Dr. Sauer?
So my biggest goal is for me to be like your health advocate.
Okay.
I want you to understand why things are important that I know about, and I want to explain that in a way that makes sense to you, so that you can be the one that makes that decision to say, this is what's important to me, and this is why I'm doing it.
And for you?
I would just want my patients to know that I was your child. I grew up here in Johnson City.
Right.
I went to Daniel Boone High School. I was a kid in this community. I know some of the unique challenges that come with growing up in this area, and some of the great benefits that grow up in this area. And the other thing that I always tell a lot of my parents when we're having these conversations is, I would never ask you or recommend you do something for your kid that I would not recommend to do for my own kid.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. We could sit here and talk all day.
Yeah.
I find this fascinating. I really do. But thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas to you.
Folks, ETSU Health, they got a great website right there that you need to check out. If you're looking for a doctor, you need to find a new doctor. Check that out right there, and we'll be back with more Daytime coming up. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by ETSU Health.